please welcome to the stage Mr. Marley Graser-Halpern.
Thank you, everybody. So I actually grew up in upstate New York, but I've lived in Los Angeles for the last 2 years, and I gotta tell you about Los Angeles, man, there are so many Mexicans there. It's like it used to be Mexico or something. The joke is, it did used to be Mexico, and it's weird that I live there. So when I drove to Los Angeles for the first time, I found that every time you cross a state line, you see the same sign. It's always like, now entering Vermont, buckle up, it's the law. As if Vermont were the only place where buckling up was the law. And every state, it's the same exact way. You cross the line, it's like, I don't care what kind of laissez-faire, Mad Max bullshit they were letting you get away with in Pennsylvania. You're in Maryland now, asshole. Buckle up. Don't mess with Maryland in that joke. Also, I think it's really interesting thinking about states because when the state Carolina, when the state of Carolina broke up, we got North Carolina and South Carolina. And when the great state of Dakota went its separate ways, that's where we got North Dakota and South Dakota. And when Virginia split up, the western half came to the country and was like, we will now be known as West Virginia. Okay. And then the eastern half came up and said, we're not changing our fucking name. F you, West Virginia. I'm very excited about this. I hope that you all can be excited with me. I think I'm the first one to do this. I think I have actually found a logic flaw in the Christian Bible. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this. You see, here's the thing. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so fundamentalist religious Christians, they get mad when someone does or says a sinful, blasphemous thing. But I read their Bible, and in Romans 11:33, it says that all creative works come from God. So, if you follow this train of thought, if every single thing we do comes from God, then we would never say or do anything because he's made up. Now, I actually don't like it when atheists like me criticize the Bible for having contradictions. I think that's kind of dumb, because I think it's like, oh, the Bible contradicts itself? That's why I shouldn't like it? I thought I didn't like it because it contradicts reality. Like, you know what else contradicts itself? Star Wars. That's not why it's not real. Does that mean that people are coming out of Lord of the Rings and saying to each other, man, that was some crazy stuff that happened in that movie, but it was all internally consistent, so I guess it really happened. So, do you think that the people who invented veal, do you think that the way that happened was they were sitting down to a regular steak dinner, and one of them was like, you know, this steak is good, but I feel like it could be sadder. I'm concerned that this cow led a long and happy life, and that's not what I want in a meal. I think that conversation probably actually went better than the first person who invented coffee, because I think that conversation probably went like this. Hey, I made you some coffee. Oh, great, what is it? I love new things. What is it? Well, I took some beans and I boiled them in some water. Oh, that sounds great. I love beans. Actually, you're going to get the water. Okay, well, what'd you do with the beans? I threw them out. Why would you throw the beans out? Drink your bean water. I put some cow's milk in it. What's wrong with you? That's just educational, actually. That's what really happened. Most people don't know that, and I felt like I had to let you know. The real hero, actually, is the first person to figure out how to eat an artichoke. because to go from raw to dinner with an artichoke is very complicated. There's a lot of steps involved, and I feel like that guy must have just been really, really determined. Been like, I swear to God this is food. Yes, it's pointy and it tastes bad and parts of it are made of poison. But there must be some combination of pulling or peeling or butter sauce that will make this edible, and I will find it. And he did. So perseverance is the lesson of that joke. So I'm going to go back to Los Angeles soon, and living there is okay. I'm actually really glad that I moved there when I did, because I actually moved to Hollywood at the exact moment that it lost its mind. And my proof for that is that right when I moved out there is when they made a movie called Beverly Hills Chihuahua. And aside from the content of the movie, the important thing is that Beverly Hills Chihuahua marks the moment when Hollywood forgot why it names movies the way it names them. Because Beverly Hills is a common prefix in a Hollywood movie title. But Beverly Hills Ninja is funny because ninjas don't live in Beverly Hills. And Beverly Hillbillies is funny because hillbillies don't live in Beverly Hills. Even Beverly Hills Cop is funny because you would expect a Beverly Hills cop to lead a boring existence. Beverly Hills Chihuahua is just where fucking chihuahuas live. It's not a title, that's just a thing that's real. But it does give me great hope for my movie, which I call Grown Up Cop. It's about a police officer, but the twist is he's an adult. I expect to make a lot of money. Thank you, everybody. I'm Marley Halpern-Graser.